Good evening, Wyoming. We begin tonight here with political drama in Laramie County 1 month after the election. The district attorney's transition office is speaking out.
KKTQ's Giovanni Pinto reports that the transition from the Laramie County District Attorney's Office is not going as planned.
The hallmark of his administration the last 4 years has been an utter failure of competence and the public's trust. So although it's terribly disappointing where we've come, it's not at all surprising.
Laramie County District Attorney-elect Leanne Manlove says she's had to take the transition of becoming DA into her own hands after what she's calling a roadblock from the current administration's office.
I've spent, I can't even tell you how many hours in the clerk's office looking at the public files so that I know procedurally what's going on with cases.
Manlove says with the lack of communication, she's spent her days sitting in courtrooms without pay, briefing the cases that'll be hers come January 7th.
If I had not taken it upon myself to prepare, you would have somebody going into office who is totally ill-equipped.
Both parties have acknowledged initial communication was positive and that a meeting was in the works to be coordinated. But DA Jeremiah Sandberg now says Manlove hasn't responded to the most recent request for that transitional meeting.
We are absolutely not trying to block her in any way from learning about what are going to be her cases and trying to get her up to speed as much as she wants to be.
We decided to take a look at that string of emails between Sandberg's office and Miss Manlove. In those, you can see a final email sent by the DA-elect on November 19th, reiterating her desire for a non-combative meeting. But after 2 days of no response, Manlove then requested a lengthy list of case information she'd like the DA's office to compile for her, a task Sandberg says was too extensive for his already understaffed office, who may or may not have jobs with Manlove's administration.
To go through and get the itemized list put together is simply more work than I have staff to do right now.
Manlove, however, saw the DA's response in a different light, in a light she says would require her to do something illegal.
It's clear in his communication to me that because I won't promise anyone a job, he won't allow them to provide me with information about cases.
This request would in fact be illegal, according to Wyoming state law, limiting elected officials from performing any formal duties prior to taking elected office. Despite communication quarrels, though, the DA's office has sent some of that itemized list, and both parties claim to still be open to a meeting, but one is yet to be organized. Reporting in the capital city, I'm Giovanni Pinto.
Thank you, Giovanni. And back here in Natrona County, the man responsible for a high-speed chase through Casper last year was sentenced in district court today. Quinton Oler will serve 8 to 10 years after stealing 3 vehicles and leading police on that chase. Oler also is already serving time for a separate charge.
And one Wyoming resident is $3.3 million richer after winning the biggest jackpot in the history of the Wyoming Lottery's Cowboy Draw game. The ticket was purchased at Ridley's Family Markets in Casper on Wednesday afternoon, but a man whom employees say is a frequent customer at the store. Not much else is known about him at this time, but employees say he has always been friendly and seems like a hard worker.
I actually was taking the kids to school this morning, and I heard that Ridley's had won one, and I was hoping it was our store. Didn't think much about it, and then I got to work today, and they said, "Hey, you sold the $3 million ticket." We sell $1,000 worth every day, so it's awesome that a guy from our store won.
And now to Fremont County. Residents of Riverton might be getting that ice rink a little sooner than expected. City officials started to pour water onto the frame of that rink today. Usually the ice rink opens around the 21st, but officials say the date scheduled will be on December 14th, tentatively. Last year, the rink opened around Christmas time. Over 56,000 gallons of water were poured into that rink.
We are about a week ahead of schedule from where we traditionally are, and this is so exciting. This is like Christmas morning for me. It's really an honor to be able to offer something in this field for our community. Old traditions coming alive with new traditions.
Professional and hobbyist beekeepers from throughout the state have gathered in Casper this weekend for the Wyoming's Beekeepers Association annual meeting. The conference allows Wyoming beekeepers to meet and share ideas while hearing from guest speakers who can give helpful insight as to what may be threatening the bee population, while also offering solutions to help save it. The association has also been discussing the importance of bees to human health, as approximately 1 in every 3 bites of food you take depends on them.
We've been having a lot of issues in the bee industry, a lot of bee loss, a lot of colony loss, and so we try to find researchers that can come and teach us and give us ideas for new ways to do it.
Well, Eric, Wyoming might depend on bees, but it is not the season for bees right now. Very cold outside.
Yes, but it was very nice. Your family's in town.
That's true.
They're in
Want to do a
studio.
wedding?
We have a live audience. So it's just a good day all around. It's Friday.
It's Friday, sun was out, temperatures were above freezing, but this morning west of the divide, it was just downright chilly. Take a look here at the lows from this morning. Big Piney going down to 12 degrees below zero. Worland as well as Jackson, 10 below zero, 4 below in Rollins. Otherwise, single digits across the majority of the state. Casper this morning was actually one of the warmer spots at 13 degrees. The big winner in that category was Buffalo, checking in with 16 degrees. Here's David Street right now, and you can see a beautiful start to the weekend. You can see the ice skating rink lined up with people over there. A gorgeous evening outside. Right now at the Natrona County Airport, we're at 30 degrees. But with the humidity at 69%, winds out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour, it actually feels like 22 out there. Other temperatures across the state, look at Worland, already down to 8 degrees, 20 as you make your way towards Sheridan, 25, Gillette, 27, and Douglas. Torrington checking in with 26. Good evening, Big Piney, you're at 19, 24 as you make your way towards Yellowstone. Not much to talk about right now on Lynx HD Radar. This is going to get a break for the next several days. We do have a snow chance somewhere on the breakdown. We'll talk about that coming up in the next check of weather, but we're going to stay high and dry this weekend. Temperatures in some places will go back into the 40s. We'll see temperatures going into the 40s on Monday, but we're going to cool off. So still cold again today. We're going to see that sunshine and warming up, and we have a snow chance coming up next week. We'll talk about that with Wyoming's most accurate forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Well, get your stomachs ready. The Casper Event Center is hosting its Booze and Bacon Festival tomorrow.
And Sloan's going to be there. Backwards Distilling Company and Town Square Media are teaming up to bring different breweries and bacon chefs to the event center floor. I didn't know there was bacon chefs. That's pretty cool. The event is going on from 1 to 5 p.m. with tickets available at the door for $25.
Well, we have growlers this year, and so they're going to be able to take their Speed Goat home or their porter or whatever Tent Sleep has to offer today or for tomorrow. So that's awesome. The opportunity for people to take their favorite beer home with them. They'll be capped, so everything's going to be legal that way. So therefore,